Hello YouTube. So in today's video, I'd like to discuss 9 reasons for inflation in general. And I've been taking notes for this one. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, reason number 1. Monetary inflation. Federal Reserve printed trillions of dollars. Yes, since 2020, we went from $4 trillion to nearly $20 trillion floating around in circulation. A combination of printing too much money as well as spending too much money, borrowing too much money, it just really digs everybody into a financial hole. As well as because if you're printing too many dollars, well then that decreases the value of each of them. Okay, number 2. Piss poor policies. It will get worse if Biden gets reelected. I'm also going to comment a link down below to a website describing more in detail how the brain-dead Biden has also led to inflation. He's one of the many reasons. Okay, reason number 3. Supply chain disruptions because of economic shutdown. You could say, oh, the pandemic disrupted the economy, or was it the government's reaction to the pandemic? Because shutting down the economy when they did do that was a bad idea, because it disrupted a lot of things that are still not up to par yet. Okay. Reason number 4, demand pull. Yes, a combination of supply chain disruptions, which affects the supply side of the equation. There's also a demand pull, meaning people want or need more of what is available. And Economics 101, supply and demand, means that also leads to inflation. Okay, reason number 5. Cost push. Raw materials, shipping, labor costs, etc. So, the cost of something gets pushed on to the consumer along the way. Everything from raw materials, wholesale, labor costs, transportation costs, the list goes on. All that just gets pushed along the way. So each of those things, if it gets inflated, it just compiles upon itself along the way. Okay. Reason number 6. Companies seek to maintain profit margins as well as keep the business going, and there may be some amount of price gouging going on. I'd say in general, most businesses are simply trying to sustain the business. Some of the biggest companies can get away with having some of the highest profit margins, but at the same time, they're still the biggest business, so they're still offering something that smaller businesses can't, such as lower prices, even in spite of having higher profit margins. But regardless, businesses seek to maintain the business itself. Okay, next one. Number 7, labor costs. Businesses compete for limited labor pool, as well as baby boomers retire and leave the workforce. Yes, because businesses have to compete for workers because there's not enough workers and too many jobs, also known as a tight labor market, then that cost also gets pushed onto the consumer. Okay, buddy's being interruptive again. And as well as the baby boomers retiring, then there's a bunch of people leaving the workforce. Okay, number 8, food crisis for various reasons, including climate change, overpopulation, oligopoly on food, shipping oligopoly, Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine, which affects the global wheat, fertilizer, and oil supply. So yes, food specifically is, having trouble keeping up with the current 8 billion people in the world. And then also climate change making things even worse. So then that's more specifically towards food inflation, but of course that will affect everything else, because if people are spending more on that alone, it's absolutely essential. You can't live without food. Well, then you have less money for other shit. Anyways, number 9, energy crisis, bad policies, OPEC plus, increased shipping costs. Yes, the energy crisis. I mean, how much has gasoline gone up in the past few years? And because diesel is also a byproduct of crude oil, that's gone up a lot too, which increases the cost of anything being shipped by a semi, and the farther it has to go, the more that cost will get pushed onto the consumer. So then that alone can contribute a lot to inflation. So there you have it, folks. Those are 9 reasons for inflation in general. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my 17 subscribers. If you're a viewer without being a subscriber, thank you. Consider subscribing. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Until tomorrow, have a good day. Bye.